Okay guys, we're gonna go get my truck. It's been over at Proper PPF for the last 2 weeks. These guys are doing a phenomenal job. They're doing a full color change on the vehicle, and then they've done a stealth wrap, which I actually haven't seen yet. So super excited to see the truck for the first time with the new color on there. And then when we get that out of there, we're gonna come back to the shop and we're gonna get the tray on. So super stoked. Yo, that's sick. Okay, Brad, tell us what you did, man.
Yeah, so basically stripped down the truck and put some khaki green from Tech on it. So that's kind of the base layer of everything. And you know, after that, wanted to give a bit of a one-of-a-kind look and a little bit more menacing. So did a XBL stealth wrap on top of that. So the combination of the two, I mean, obviously it's going to be protected for the trail now. The stealth is also a PPF, and then it just gives this kind of satin finish that dulls out the color underneath and brings out the contours of the truck now.
Yeah, I love it, and I think the extra accents with the black roof and the black mirror caps is perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then Brad was telling me that, you know, he didn't wrap the edges exactly on the PPF just for future trail damage, which is bound to occur. So there's a little bit of future proofing built into it as well.
Yeah, definitely. We know what you guys do to these trucks, so gotta be able to service them.
Yeah, no, super excited to get this project done. You know, we'll get the handles on, we'll get the snorkel, and obviously the trays what's next. So yeah, super excited to kind of get this done, and we'll get some good photos, and yeah, stoked.
Should be good.
Awesome. We're good. What's up guys, Vill from Crave Automotive. Want to show you what we've done with the truck lately. Huge shout out to Proper PPF and Summit Expedition trucks for the tray and the wrap. Yeah, I figured it was a good time to maybe do a full walk around of the whole vehicle. So lots have changed on the build since we originally built it last year. We've stuck with some old parts and then put on some new parts as well. So just starting right from the front, we've got a C4 fabrication front bumper, overland with the triple hoop. I really like the triple hoop for just that added protection against brush, anything like that on the road. We also have Baja Designs lighting on the vehicle, S8 light bar, new SAE front fog lights, Onyx 6 roof light bar, and then some ditch lights as well. On the back of the vehicle we have some S2 chase lights. We've also got brand new on this truck now, the Come Up Solo 12.5 1,000-pound winch. This winch is just phenomenal. It comes with a wired and a wireless remote. It tells you voltage on the front while you're winching. Just lots of really nice little extra features. These are brand new for us, so we're testing these out and super happy about those. We also have full C4 fabrication skid plates underneath the vehicle, as well as C4 sliders. On the roof, we've got a front runner roof rack, Slimline 2. I love the front runner products. It's just beefy, all around great product. Lots of accessories you can attach to them. We also have a table underneath. Probably maybe the one big reason why I actually have this roof rack is to be able to fit that table in there. On the roof, we also have 2 Pelican boxes, and then I still got to mount some Max Tracks, but we all know those are just for looks. So yeah, that basically wraps up the front of the truck. Factory 55, we love Factory 55 products on these trucks. Just kind of cleans up that whole look as well. Safari snorkel with the pre-cleaner as well. That really helps when you're, really trying to just stay clean on those dusty roads, keep the engine breathing happy. I'll go in and pop the hood and show you underneath. So the heart of the beast, we've got a Magnuson supercharger. We are running a smaller pulley as well. This is a 287 pulley, and we've got a tune from Yoda Works. The truck drives beautifully. That coupled with the 529 nitro gears, it's just phenomenal. We've got a Switch Pro underneath the hood. This is the Force 12, so it's got more switches, more layout. Just allows for a lot of different options on how you're actually laying out the switches. So I've got left and right lights instead of just all lights around the truck on one. We've got a Odyssey battery underneath. That's the Extreme series. It's a 34. I went for something a little smaller, not as much weight underneath the hood. The Cascadia solar system still got to go back on once we kind of get a few more things finalized. So that'll get hooked up, and then yeah, that kind of finalizes everything underneath the hood here. For wheel and tire package, I've kind of gone with my tried and true. I've been running STS wheels for a long time. I really trust them. I love their looks. Just been a great wheel package for me. This is the Blaze 10 in 17x9 minus 38. So quite an aggressive offset. And then we have some 35 Yokohama G003s on here. I've been running this tire for probably 4 years now. It's my absolute favorite tire. I run it summer and winter, and it's just been phenomenal on all terrain. Underneath, we've got Elka suspension 2.5 DCs. And this has actually been the same suspension that I ran on my old 2nd gen Tacoma. They've never been rebuilt. They've been on this truck for a long time, and still performing beautifully. Really, really love that setup. We've been going through a couple of different iterations of upper and lower control arms lately, just testing different combos. So right now I'm running some Dobinson billet aluminum upper control arms. These have been giving me probably the best alignment specs that I've had on this truck to date, and pretty much rub free at this point. We have the BTF lower control arms. They push the wheels forward slightly, and they have a nice Moog ball joint underneath as well. So it's just a really nice clean setup, really good for our winter climate. That's why we also like this Dobinson upper for that ball joint. Just a nice closed system design. Beyond that, we've also got power brakes up front. The power brakes, this is a big brake hit. I don't think I would want to drive this truck without it at this point. Just the amount of stopping power that I'm getting, it's just next level. I think any big truck like this should have a set of power brakes on them. Chat about the sliders already. So we got C4 fabrication sliders. I really like how they tuck up and just look great on the vehicle as well. A couple more ball haul lights. On the top, we've got a quick pitch 270 weather shade awning. Really nice, especially when you add the room. Just get a lot more kind of usable space around the vehicle. Great for the kids, great for the family. Now let's talk about the tray here. So the tray is from Summit Expedition Trucks. This is a 5-foot tray with a 4-foot canopy. We opted to go no water tank on this. I don't really feel the need for the water tank for what I kind of use, as well as I wanted to maximize the amount of space that I have on my drawer system. So let's kind of walk you guys through this. Oh, just one last thing on suspension. We've got Dobinson 113 leaf back in the rear. That gives me about 1,200 pounds of useful load. And I feel like it's been a great setup for this vehicle. On this side here, we've got the kitchen side. So that helps with the 270 on this side of the vehicle. So we've got an Airb fridge. This fridge has been in one of my vehicles for like the last 5-6 years. In the summertime, it's almost never off, and it's just been working flawlessly. Love this thing, and I don't know if I want to run another fridge just with how reliable this has been. We've also got a small drawer slide on this side, which allows for, you know, all my pots, pans, extra, just anything I need for a kitchen side. It's got a small little prep table as well. Just kind of put some stuff on there. There's room for the stove on top, and then we're just waiting for some shelving to go on top as well. That'll give me tons of useful space on this side of the vehicle for camp gear. Coming around, we've got a couple of different boxes. These are also the fenders for 35-inch oversized tires. So this is fitting really nicely right now. We'll see what it looks like with 37s. We've got a propane tank holder. We've got water and we've got fuel in the back here. We've got some flush mounted S2s. And then let's show you the drawer system. So I mentioned I didn't go with the water system underneath the vehicle because I wanted to maximize this drawer space. This is a 48-inch slide, fully waterproof design, and I've got just about anything I need to rebuild this truck, minus the actual parts to do so. But I've got impact wrenches, I've got just about anything you might need. So that's really nice to be able to store underneath here. It's stuff I don't touch all the time. Weight's nice and low for some heavy tools in here. Got the spare tire carrier here, so this is 35. There's still room for a 37. And a big reason why I went with the shorter canopy was that I wanted to get as much of that weight as far forward as I could. So basically, I lost about 2 feet from the back of the truck from the original C4 swing out. I love that swing out. There's nothing wrong with it. I think anybody that needs that spare tire ability, that's a great setup. But for me, I just really wanted to shorten up this vehicle, and this is how I was able to do that. We're also running a prototype hitch right now. We are going to make some design changes on it, get a little tighter, but basically we just didn't want to run that stock hitch underneath there. So this is their prototype hitch. Like I said, going to make some changes, but it's looking pretty good. Underneath we have some archive garage hammer hangers and a crossbar that really helps stiffen up this whole body, just keeps the vehicle nice and tight. We've also, in this visit here, when we pulled the box off, we also braced the entire frame. So that whole C channel is now gusseted up. We got that from Dirt King Fabrication. Coming around on this side, I went back to the tried and true Treeline Ponderosa rooftop tent. I've been running Treeline for a long time. This summer I tested out iCamper. Love the iCamper, super easy to use. But when it comes to just really nice, comfortable tent to use, I think the Treeline's the answer for me, and it should be great for the family as well. So on this side here, pretty much just all gear storage. So yesterday I had a 55 quart cooler in here. I had 4 front runner boxes in here, tons of room to basically just put anything that's not camp related or kitchen related on this side of the vehicle. I've got a storage box on this side, and this side I've decided to put all my air tools. So air down, air up is all gonna go in here. And then on the front of the bulkhead here, we put a Airby twin air compressor with a small auxiliary air tank. Yesterday I had this tire down to 0 PSI and I was back up to 33 in just under 2 minutes. So that setup is going to be really nice to be able to get the air pumped up really quickly and potentially be able to help somebody else out as well. I do still have this small single compressor underneath the hood as well. That's running my air locker, and we'll use that as a backup in case something fails on this side. We'll talk about the battery setup in a second here, but on the back here we've got some switches for the lights. These are National Luna lights. They've got multiple options for dimming, which is really nice. We've got a power supply system here, so basically just everything comes from the cab into the canopy here and allows me to have things plugged in. We've got a couple of Anderson plugs that I'm going to be able to use for just different kinds of power. So diesel heater, my fridge runs off an Anderson as well, so we've been using that as a nice way to just to plug anything in that needs power. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this back setup. I want to show you guys my dual battery setup. A lot of people ask where that's located and what that looks like. So back here I've got two Pylon Tech lithium batteries. Those are run off the main alternator with a DC to DC charger from Victron. That runs, I think it's 30 amps and keeps those things charged up pretty much flawlessly. I've never had an issue with that. And what I like about this setup is that space back there for me is kind of useless space. I've got two kid seats back here most of the time. I never have the ability to actually store anything in there anyways. And with this I can have two batteries behind the back seat that's always heated. These batteries are heated themselves, so they can charge and discharge at less than 0 degrees Celsius. But nevertheless, it's always good to have them heated behind the back seat. So that's that. I mentioned earlier that front runner table. I absolutely love this accessory on the vehicle. And then just one last thing, on the roof, I've got two of these Pelican Bolt cases. On the left hand side I've got my recovery gear, and on the right hand side I just got some miscellaneous tools, accessories, and so forth. I'm a big proponent of having your recovery gear very accessible. That back drawer might seem like a good spot for recovery gear, but if I can't get at it because I'm stuck in a certain situation, it's no good to me. So something really nice and easy to get to is a good spot. I don't have a ton of interior accessories. It's not really my jam, but I do have an Expedition Essentials mount with a InReach as well as a phone mount from Peak Design. Those accessories have been working really nice for me. And then I have a built-in ham radio with the antenna mount on the side of the tray here as well. So I think that covers most of the build. Really excited to show this to you guys, and excited to get this out on the trail and actually start using it.